Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see exception handling in Java. We are going to see what is an exception, what are the different types of errors, and what are the advantages of exception handling, and what are the exception can be expected. And also, you are going to see a sample program and what type of exception will be displayed. And you are going to see what happens if an exception appears when a program is executed. First, you are going to see what is the definition of exception. Exception is, in general, refers to some contradictory or unexpected situation, or in short, error that is unexpected. So, simple English, if you say, if you execute a program, if you get some errors, you call it as exception, okay, which is unexpected. Now, you are going to see what are the two types of errors available. You got compile time errors. Resulting out of violation of programming languages grammar rules. So, there are some rules available in Java programs. You have to follow the rules while typing the program. If you violate that rules, then you may get some errors. You call it as compile time errors. So, why it is called as compile time errors is when you compile the program, these errors are identified. Okay, you don't allow you to execute the program unless you rectify the mistake. Okay, example you can see system out println a test semicolon. This will result into compile time error because of invalid syntax. You can notice one thing, you don't have parenthesis here for this statement. So, open and close parenthesis is missing. So, it is an invalid syntax. So, it is an exception. So, you call it as compile time error. All syntax errors are reported during compilation. So, whatever if it is semicolon missing or comma missing or whatever compile time, that is syntax errors you are going to get, it will be under compilation. So, while you compile the program, it will detect the errors and it will display it. The second type is runtime errors. Occurs because of unexpected situations. Such errors are handled through exception handling routine of Java. So, here you can see there are some unexpected situation after executing the program. So, it will be successfully compiling the program, but after executing the program, there may be some unexpected situation where the program stops executing. So, such type of errors are called as exception, and it can be handled using exception handling routines. Exception handling is a transparent and nice way to handle program errors. So, exception handling is a concept where it will allow you to execute the program very smooth way. So, advantages of exception handling are it separates error handling code from normal code. So, you can see normal code will be there, and you can see that there are some codes where you may expect errors that can be separated. It clarifies the code and enhances readability. So, it will when you see the program itself, you know that it will be divided into parts. Okay. So, exception handling routines will be available. So, it will improve the readability of the program. It simulates consequences as the error handling takes place at one place and one manner. So, it look like the program itself, all the error handling will occur. Okay, it is separately done, okay, by the Java compiler, but it look like it stimulates like it happens in the program itself. It makes for clear, robust and fault tolerant programs. So, here whatever happens, the program doesn't stop, okay, it runs smoothly. Some common exceptions you are going to see. First one is divide by 0 errors. So, if you divide any number by 0, it is an error. So, you will call it as divide by 0 error. Accessing the elements of an array beyond its range. So, you are going to display some 10 numbers which is stored in an array. If the elements goes beyond the range, then this type of error will come. Okay. Then you have invalid input error. Okay. If you are expecting one input, but you are given some other input, this error will come. Hard disk crash. Okay. So, this is an unexpected situation where you won't know when the hard disk will be crashed. So, that is an error. Opening an non-existent file. So, when in file handling, operation on files, if you try to open or if you try to read a file which is not available, which is not existent, then this error will appear. Heap memory exhausted. Okay, here you will have a temporary memory, cache memory, where the memory is full and you cannot able to load more data into that, then this error will occur. Now you are going to see an example code, public class div by 0. So this is an error which you are going to see in the code, public static void main, and inside that you got int a equal to 3, b equal to 0. System out println a slash b. Now what you are doing is you are dividing the value a, that is 3, by 0. So obviously you will get an error message showing that exception in thread main java.lang arithmetic exception, okay, then colon slash, that is divide by 0, okay. Divide by 0 is an error name, okay, which is under the class java.lang arithmetic exception. Okay, this message is generated by default exception handler. Okay, you are not going to do anything. It automatically occurs by the default exception handler in Java. What happens when an exception occurs? When an exception occurs within a method, some activities takes place internally. You may not know it, but internally something happens. The method creates an exception object. So once an exception occurs, first thing is it creates an exception object and hands it off to the runtime system, which is called throwing an exception. So it will create an object if there is an exception occurs, and then it will throw it to an runtime system. You call it as throwing an exception. The created exception object contains information about the error. So whatever error occurs, an object is created. The object will have the information about what type of error it is, including its type and the state of the program when the error occurred. So it will show, it will also have what type of error it is, as well as when did this happen, okay, in the which part of the program. Okay. The runtime system searches the call stack for the method that contains an exception handler. Suppose if you have already have some exception handler available, okay, you got a lot of exception handler available, it will search for the runtime system whether the stack is available, the code is available. If the code is available, automatically it will retrieve that situation, it will handle it smoothly. Next, when an appropriate handler is found, that is after searching in the stack, if an appropriate handler is found, the runtime system passes the exception to the handler. So here the runtime system will pass that exception to the handler so that it knows what error it is. An exception handler is considered appropriate if the type of exception object thrown matches the type that can be handled by the handler. So it will know that the handler can handle it. So the runtime system will pass the exception object which contains information to the exception handler, and it knows what has to be done. Okay, the exception handler chosen is said to be catch the exception. So throwing an object to a runtime system, you call it as throws an exception. Here you are going to catch it. Okay, so exception handler chosen is said to be catch the exception. If the runtime system exhaustively searches all the methods on the call stack without finding an appropriate exception handler, the runtime system terminates and uses a default exception handler. It will search for a specific exception handler. If it doesn't find, it will search the whole stack available. If it doesn't find any of the particular or specific exception handler, it will execute. The system will terminate the search and it will execute the default exception handler. So this is what about exception handling is. Okay. So hope you understood the content. We will meet in the next video. Till then, thank you.